Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to Bitcoin Bulletin. I'm your host here today. We're going to dive into a story that's making waves in the crypto space, specifically when it comes to President Trump's latest threat against Powell and how it might impact Bitcoin. The U.S. Federal Reserve has been under fire lately, with some folks calling for Chairman Jerome Powell's head, or at least his role as the central bank chief, over their handling of inflation and interest rates. Recently, President Trump even chimed in on Twitter, making a bold statement, saying that if Chairman Powell can't get the economy going, he shouldn't be there. Now we know how this is going to play out, because let's face it, folks, Bitcoin's value does tend to move with what happens with interest rates in the U.S., as you might expect given its connection to the dollar. The question now is, what exactly will happen when Powell loses his job, or at least his influence over monetary policy? Well, according to our top analysts here at Bitcoin Bulletin, if Chairman Powell were to step down or be removed from his position, it would likely lead to a market shift in favor of higher interest rates, and that's where things get interesting for Bitcoin. As we know, Bitcoin is a highly volatile asset, and the price movements can be influenced by any number of factors. But what sets it apart from most other assets on the market is its decentralized nature. That being said, one thing that all cryptocurrencies have in common is their inherent connection to the US dollar as their reserve currency, or at least they are heavily reliant on it. When interest rates rise in a country like the US, that typically means money becomes less available and more expensive for businesses and consumers alike. In the cryptocurrency world, this can translate into fewer people wanting to invest in assets that are perceived to be risky, like Bitcoin. Now, don't get me wrong, folks, this is all speculative at this point, but if we were to see a shift towards higher interest rates, it could definitely impact the price of Bitcoin going forward. The thing to keep an eye on here is how the market reacts to these changes in monetary policy and whether they can adapt quickly enough. At Bitcoin Bulletin, we're always watching for any developments that might impact your investments, so be sure to stay tuned for more updates like this one as things unfold.